Hello?
Hi. Can I still come home if I get a C on my report card?
No,
No?
you won't have to. You say that every time and you always end up doing better than you thought.
Oh, yeah, but it was really hard. I'll be home in about an hour. I'm gonna stop by Sean. He's having some of the class over. I promised him a six-pack for taking notes for me when I had to work.
Okay. Hey, look, I know it's hard. Trying to work and go to school? I'm proud of you. Actually, we're proud of you.
Yeah. I guess having a dad who's pizza delivery man's pretty impressive to the kid. Someday we'll look back and laugh.
We better.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
Okay. Hey, we'll keep supper for you.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
Hey, Pizza
Hey,
Man.
how you doing?
Killer test, huh?
Yeah, it was.
How you think you did? Who knows? But still, what's done is done.
That's right.
Ready for another one there?
Nah, thanks. I gotta get.
Just got here.
Haven't seen much of the family unit lately between school and work. When I get home and Emily's still awake, she just looks up at her dad like, well, there's that man in the funny hat again.
Later, gents. One for the road?
Ah, thanks.
Be careful, the roads are wet.
Is he okay?
He needs help.
They gonna be okay?
No, we're not sure. Did you lose consciousness at all, Mr. Hamilton?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
You been drinking?
I had a few beers. But I'm not drunk. There was a boulder in the road down there.
Buddy, you okay?
Are you employed?
Yeah, I work part-time for Gianetti's Pizza.
Do you have health insurance through them?
No, they don't offer it for part-timers.
Do you have any medical coverage?
Well, I know we have auto, because I just paid the bill for that. Well, can I call and find out and tell you later? Because I know we've got it.
Please let us know as soon as you can. You need to be aware that you are responsible for all charges that your insurance may not cover.
You're a very lucky young man. You don't appear to have any serious injuries, but I need to keep you here until we get the blood test back.
What about the other guy, Mr. Brown?
Not as lucky as you. He has severe leg injuries. We had to call in an orthopedic surgeon.
There was nothing I could do.
Could have chosen not to drink and drive.
I only had 3 beers. That's not enough to affect me.
Even a little alcohol affects the body. Alcohol is a depressant. It depresses your system. It makes you more sluggish. It slows down your reflexes, clouds your judgment. It makes you less in control no matter how much you drink.
So you think if I hadn't had a couple of beers, I could have done things differently?
It's very possible your judgment would have been different without the alcohol. Jack, the blood alcohol content level has come back from the lab. It shows a .10, which is exactly the limit the state enforces as legally drunk. You're under arrest for driving under the influence of alcohol, DUI. Do you understand?
Just relax your fingers.
Look straight into the camera. Have you called anyone?
No. Oh, no. Susan. I need to call my wife.
Jack, the first thing you need to do is make arrangements for bail.
Am I going to jail?
Well, when you're charged with DUI, especially when there's an injury, magistrates usually set a pretty significant bail.
What if I can't make it?
If you can't make it, if you can't post bond, then you stay in jail until you go to trial.
Well, how much do you think it's going to be?
Well, you could get personal recognizance. However, with a serious injury, probably $5,000 to $10,000. It can be in cash, surety bond, or if you own any property, it can be in a property bond.
I don't have any property. I need to call my wife.
Well, the first thing you need to do, there's a phone right there on the wall, and next to it's a list of bail bonds. You might want to give one of them a call.
When will they come?
As soon as you need them, that's what you pay them for.
Williams.
Hello. This is Jack Hamilton, and I'm gonna need to post bond tonight. Can you help me?
What's the charge?
What am I charged with?
Driving under the influence causing an injury.
Driving under the influence and causing injury.
Probably 5,000. My fee is 10%, Mr. Hamilton. In cash, up front.
I'll get it.
On my way.
Where'd you get the money?
Cash advances on all our cards.
We can't cover it.
Figure out something.
Where's Emily?
Home. Call Betty.
I hope she doesn't tell any. What have I done?
Jack, I've talked with your dad and I understand the facts. The main reason we're here today is to decide what strategy we can use to minimize the damage.
Am I going to jail?
From past experience, Jack, judges and society have imposed a relatively stiff penalty upon people who drink and drive and who cause injury. The more significant and severe the injury, the more likely it is that a judge will impose more than the minimum amount of jail time. Now, in this case, I understand that Mr. Brown has suffered a permanent injury that will require him to walk with a cane and that he'll never be any better. I don't know if it'll be 1 month or 10, but I think it's certain you're going to have to spend some time in jail.
Don't they take into account that I was avoiding a boulder? That it was an accident?
Yes, that will be taken into account to some degree, but it'll be outweighed by the injury, the permanent injury that was caused.
Mike, what can we do? Can we beat it?
If we go to trial, it's a jury question. Unless there are truly a number of sympathetic jurors, Jack will be found guilty.
Can't we plea bargain or make some kind of deal?
I doubt it. I once had a prosecutor tell me that it's easier to plea bargain a murder than it is a DUI.
What do you think about this case?
I really don't know. Again, it depends on the jury that we get and the way the case is presented. It's really tough to say.
Is it worth a try?
There's no plea bargaining, so you're either guilty by admission or we take our chances in front of the jury. So in terms of being guilty, it's worth a shot.
How much is this going to cost us?
In these types of cases, our firm requires a retainer of $4,000. In court time, I'd anticipate, a day and a half, another 20 or so hours for preparation and presentation. Now, in addition to that, we'll probably have to put on an expert to counter the state's expert that will be presented to talk about the effect of blood alcohol content and reaction time and so forth.
So 6,000 or 7,000 in legal fees plus expert fees.
Yes, that's right.
So what do I do?
Decide how you want to proceed.
I can't afford this.
You can't afford not to.
Mr. Young, do you have any preliminary motions?
No, Your Honor.
Let us proceed.
On the night of Tuesday, November 7th, Jack Hamilton went to a party after taking a college exam. Within approximately 1 hour.
Now the prosecutor and defense counsel will summarize the evidence. Please remember that the burden of proof rests with the prosecutor, who will speak first. The defense will follow. Then there will be a last rebuttal prior to your adjourning to the jury room. Ms. Billings, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. First, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you for the attention that you've given to us during this trial. Now, the state has shown you by the evidence that Jack Hamilton voluntarily consumed beer at a party and that he was driving home from that party on a dark, rainy night. As a result of the alcohol in his blood system and the combination of an unforeseeable hazard on the highway, Jack Hamilton made a bad decision, an unlawful decision. His reaction times were slowed, his mental faculties dulled, and he crossed the center line, causing a tragic and life-altering accident. It's unfortunate. No one wants to think of Jack Hamilton as a criminal, but he exercised poor judgment. He could have called someone to pick him up. He could have asked a friend who had not been drinking to drive him home, or he could have simply waited. Jack intentionally and knowingly consumed beer. He intentionally and knowingly drove. Our legal system is designed to ensure public safety, designed to ensure the safety of Mr. Brown against drunk drivers. Send a message to the youth of our communities that drinking and driving can cause serious damage, and that anyone who decides to drink and drive must be held accountable for those actions.
Mr. Young?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I, too, want to thank you for your patience and your attention in this matter. This is a very important case. Your decision today will have a life-altering effect on young Jack Hamilton. The facts are basically not in question. Jack admits to having 3 beers at a party. He admits to driving home. He admits he was on the road, that there was a boulder in the road, and that the accident did occur. These things are facts that no one can deny. Jack is remorseful. He is sorry, and he is repentant. And no doubt there was bad luck. No doubt there was misfortune, and no doubt there was tragedy. But you must balance the tragedy. The only evidence of intoxication is 0.1 blood alcohol content, which is the very least amount of alcohol in the bloodstream that causes one to be presumed intoxicated.
You've heard Jack state that he was in full control of his faculties. Consequently, there is reasonable doubt as to whether or not Jack truly was intoxicated. You heard the expert state that the person's reaction time would not have allowed the average person to stop for the moment. And you heard him say that regardless of the alcohol, one of those three choices had to be made. Consequently, our case is based upon reasonable doubt. In order for Jack to be found guilty of a crime, he must have been intoxicated, and he must have done an act of negligence or an act that is illegal to have caused the accident. I believe that you will find that because of Jack's actions and awareness and the nature of the accident, that the elements for this crime have not all been met, and therefore return a verdict of not guilty.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you have heard the instructions in closing statements. You are now excused to the jury room. Please pick a foreman and proceed to determine your verdict. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
Would you hand your verdict then to the bailiff, please? Would the clerk read the jury's verdict?
We, the jury, find the defendant, Jack Hamilton, guilty of the crime of driving under the influence of alcohol and causing injury or death.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, for your efforts in this case. You were excused.
Ms. Hamilton?
Yes?
I'm Jake Bradshaw with the Legal Process Service at the Sheriff's Office. I have a complaint here for your husband, Jack.
Okay, I'll get him. Jack?
Yep. Hi. What is it? It's a civil complaint. He'll explain what you need to do on the front sheet there.
I'm being sued by the Browns.
What? Wait, we reported this to our insurance. Why didn't they take care of it?
I don't know.
What now? Do we call the agent your dad?
Well, I guess we better call my lawyer.
Mr. Young, Jack Hamilton on line 4.
Hello, Jack.
I was just served a complaint for the accident.
Sounds like the Browns Insurance Company didn't offer them what they had hoped for. The only way they can fight it is through you.
Well, I can't be tried twice, can I? I mean, isn't that double jeopardy or something?
This is a civil matter now, not criminal. It's not about you being innocent or guilty, but the amount of money that should be awarded to Mr. Brown.
Well, so what do we do?
I'm afraid I can't help you on this one, Jack. The plaintiff's insurance company will insist on their attorney. It's their interest that's being looked out for.
Well, okay.
Call the next case.
Docket number 79845, State versus Jack Hamilton, final sentencing.
That's us. The defendant is present, Your Honor.
Jack Hamilton, a jury of your peers, having found you guilty of driving under the influence of alcohol and causing an accident resulting in the permanent injury of a person, it is the duty of this court to now pass sentence. Jack Hamilton, it is ordered by this court that you be remanded to the sheriff of this county to serve in the jail of this county a period of time not less than 6 months. Upon completion of that sentence, you will remain on probation for 2 years, and you are to serve 50 hours of community service work.
Your Honor, we find this sentence unduly harsh and unfair. We beg the court to reconsider.
Unfair? Is it fair that Mr. Brown has been permanently handicapped and will spend the rest of his life walking with a cane? People must understand that drinking and driving will not be tolerated in our society, and those who risk the lives and safety of others must be prepared to face the punishment. The sentence stands.
My name is Jack Hamilton. I'm reported to jail.
Norm, you got a commitment form for Mr. Hamilton?
Serving 6 months for DUI causing injury.
All right, Hamilton, put your bag up here on the counter, empty your pockets, put the contents on the right-hand side of the counter. You got a watch?
Yeah, but
Take it off.
I don't understand.
This ain't school, Hamilton. It's not about understanding. Take the watch off.
What about my money?
It'll be held in an account at the tax office. You're allowed $10 a day and no more. Let me see the ring.
It's my wedding ring.
I know what it is. Let me see the ring. I don't think you have to worry about anybody jumping you for that. Whatever you do not give to us, you are responsible for. You understand that?
Yeah.
Take the jacket off. Please lean against the counter, Mr. Hamilton, with your hands on the counter. Spread your legs apart, take one step back. Legs apart, Hamilton. Gentlemen, clear back from the door. Luther, get them back.
Come on, guys, move back. Go back. Well, here's your new quarters, Mr. Hamilton.
All right, Hamilton, you've got your property issue and your rule book about the routine. You're advised to read it. Luther is the trustee in charge of this road. He'll tell you everything you need to know for now.
Well, the cell doors remain open until lockdown. That's from 11 o'clock at night to 6 a.m. in the morning. That is unless there's trouble. Say, I noticed you're married. Got any kids?
Yeah, got a baby girl.
Yeah, but it won't be your baby for long. Somebody will have your old lady out in no time.
Hey, don't pay any attention to that crap. If they think it bothers you, it'll only get worse. It'll be okay.
Thanks.
All right, ladies, lockdown, back in your home.
You okay?
Are you okay?
Yeah, we're fine.
Me too, I guess. Well, don't forget to get me the schedule of fall classes as soon as it comes out. I think they'll let you pre-register for them. Were you able to get all my classes dropped?
No, it's too late. I gave you withdrawal failing. You're on academic suspension.
Are you gonna tell me?
I lost my job. I didn't want to tell you. I had to sell a TV and some other stuff, but it wasn't enough. Maybe if it were just me.
What are you gonna do?
Well, can't afford the apartment anymore. I'll just move in with my folks until we get back on our feet.
What about my parents? They have more room.
I need my parents now, okay?
I'm gonna make this up to you, Susan. I promise.
I love you, Jack. But it's killing me to see you like this.
Hello, Jack. Wayne Hinton. I'll be your probation officer.
Mr. Hinton?
Please, call me Wayne. That way I don't feel so old.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure you're excited about getting out of here next week. And in looking over your case, I can see you're not one I'm going to have to worry about. But we still need to go over the conditions of your probation.
Gladly.
You'll need to report to me at least once a month for the next 2 years. And you need to actively pursue employment. We'll fix you up with the local employment office, and you can meet with counselors there who'll steer you into some possibilities.
You won't have any problem with me. I need to get back to work right away. I want to start college, too, as soon as I can afford it.
Well, that may not be as easy as it sounds. Be prepared for employers to look at you a little differently now because of your conviction. And you better be prepared for the most menial jobs. And you got to get there. The soonest you can get your driver's license back is 6 months. And you have to take the DUI classes to qualify.
I guess I won't be delivering pizzas for a while.
You're now considered high risk, and that means your insurance rates will go way up. Getting any kind of financial credit is going to be a lot harder for the next several years. I'll give you a list of organizations where you can work off the 50 hours community service that the judge ordered. You let me know which one when you get it set up. Look, kid, I wish I could tell you that it's all going to be over when you walk out of here. It could take years for you to get your life back to normal. You cannot leave the state without my permission. You cannot drink alcohol. You cannot associate with alcoholics, and you will be tested monthly for any traces of alcohol or drugs. You cannot associate with known felons. You cannot own or purchase a firearm.
Well, my friend, you seem to have done pretty good for yourself overall.
You think so?
Yep. Yeah, I do. And don't you ever let me catch your scrawny little butt back in here. Because if you do, I'm going to be sorely tempted to kick it.
You won't have to worry about me.
Your problems are not over yet. They could even get worse before they get better.
How do you mean?
Listen, you just take it one day at a time, just like you did in here. And then one day, it'll all be okay. You remember that.